Hey guys, DiabloManDan here. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up and use Enchanting Concentration Alts. If you've heard about them but aren't sure where to start, don't worry. I'll walk you through the whole process step by step. I'm going to assume you already have an alt level to 70 or 80. If not, I've got a super fast earthen leveling guide you can check out first. I'll link that in the description below. This will take a bit of gold to get set up. Luckily, you'll be able to recoup the cost quickly once your alt is completely set up. I usually grab about 30 to 40,000 gold to get my alt started from the war bank. You don't need that much to get started though. The main costs are usually from buying storm dust for the leveling process and then eventually for the epic profession tool. Once you get your gold ready, head to the trainer and learn Enchanting. This unlocks the crafting introduction quest and the profession treasures. Go into the Crafter's Enclave and grab the quest from Roldira, then turn around and talk to the clerk to complete it. Make sure you pick up the Algari Enchanter's Satchel. It contains 350 Artisan's Acuity, 5 Gleaming Shards, and 40 Storm Dust to help get you started. On your way out, head left behind the vendor and pick up the Silver Dornagle Rod treasure. Now it's time to start leveling Enchanting. Buy around 40 rank 1 Gleaming Shards from the auction house and use Gleaming Shatter until you reach skill level 25. If RNG isn't in your favor and you're still short, craft a runed Bismuth Rod to finish pushing to 25. Either way, you'll want to make and equip a runed Bismuth Rod before moving on. Once you hit level 25, the Enchanting Weekly quest unlocks. Pick it up and finish it. The mats you need change weekly, so once you pick it up, buy the mats from the auction house if you don't have them already. If your alt isn't level 80 yet, pick up some cheap gear from the auction house. You don't need a full set of gear, but just a few key pieces so you can kill a few mobs for when we start doing the Disturbed Earth. If you still need to set up your spec and build along with your action bars, now is a good time to do it. This step will get you a bunch of knowledge points, especially if you are level 80 and are at Renown 12 with the Council of Dornagle, Renown 16 with Undermine, and Renown 12 with the Koresh Trust. Head to the Auditor and buy the jewel-etched notes for 50 Artisan's Acuity in Dornagle. If you're only level 70 or you don't have the Renown yet, you can skip the Koresh and Undermine books. They're really helpful, but not required to keep going. Next, go through the portal to Koresh and get the Tome of Enchanting Knowledge. While you are in Koresh, this would be a great time to head over and pick up your Rishi wraps. With this cloak equipped, you'll be able to take out mobs like a Temu Superman. Lastly, head to Undermine and get the Undermine Treaty on Enchanting from Smack's Top Skimmer. There is one more book to get, but we can grab it when we do the next step to save some time. Now it's time to fly around and grab all of the enchanting treasures. I highly recommend using Mayu's Knowledge Point Tracker. With one click, it'll show you every treasure location, which saves a ton of time. I'll have the link in the description. While you're collecting treasures, keep an eye out for Disturbed Earth patches. We'll need a couple of items that only drop from them. In Ashkahet, be sure to pick up the Web Sparkles Profession book. It costs 565 Kej instead of Artisan's Acuity, but Kej is easy to transfer between characters. After you grab the Far treasure in the Ringing Deeps, swing by Camp Maroc and snag the free 34-slot Goblin Mini Fridge bag. Just spell out BOOM on the Kaja Cola machine and it's yours. Once you've finished the treasure route, focus on farming Disturbed Earth until you get the weekly treasures. This part can be a little annoying if drops are slow, but it's absolutely required to unlock the knowledge point catch-up, which brings us into the next step. This step is where you'll earn the bulk of your Artisan's Acuity and knowledge points. Our goal is to reach around 1,150 Artisan's Acuity, enough to cover your profession tool, 2 pieces of profession gear, and the profession bag. The main way to do this is disenchanting. If you have tailoring on another character, craft a ton of Pioneer's Cloth Cuffs and send them to your concentration alt. Disenchanting these will generate shimmering dust once you've unlocked it with about a 40 to 45% drop rate. Before shimmering dust starts to drop, disenchanting will also give you the weekly 5 fleeting arcane manifestations, and 1 gleaming Telerock crystal. I'm sure I mispronounced that. So you'll pick those up naturally as you go. If you don't have tailoring, another option is to disenchant Dark Moon decks from the auction house. These are more expensive, but because they're epics, you'll get a 100% drop rate on Shimmering Dust. In the next step, I'll show you how to pick up an additional 110 Artisan's Acuity while you are leveling Enchanting. Now it's time to finish leveling Enchanting to 100. Since we're already at 25, we can unlock the Ephemerals, Enrichments, and Equipment tree first. This spec is great because it helps with leveling and also gives us Artisan's Acuity. You want to put 5 points each into Ephemerals, Enrichments, and Equipment, then put 15 points into Gleeful Glamours. To craft these, you'll need 22 Leyline Residue, 22 Viridescent Spores, and 110 Storm Dust. Craft each one once. If that doesn't quite push you to 50, make 1 or 2 enchanted spearwood wands to get there. For level 50 to 70, you'll be making a series of enchants here. Depending on RNG, you might need to craft the Armored Leech a few times. For level 70 to 80, craft 1 of each weapon enchant, then make 1 extra. That should push you to 80. For levels 80 to 91, unlock the Everlasting Enchantments tree. Spend 5 points in Everlasting Enchantments, 10 in Nerubian Novelties, and pick up Tertiary Trivialities. This unlocks Chant of Armored Speed. Craft it 6 times to reach 91. For levels 91 to 100, buy one of the formulas like Authority of Air or Radiant Power from the auction house. You want to go with whichever one is the cheapest. Craft it 3 times to hit level 100. And don't forget, you can usually sell these enchants on the auction house to recoup some of your gold back. Now it's time to choose which enchant you want this concentration alt to focus on. The best way to decide is by checking the auction house to see which rank 3 enchant is most profitable right now. Your choice here matters because it determines how we spend our knowledge points in the Everlasting Enchantments tree. For example, for this alt, I went with the Crystalline Radiance chest enchant. To support that, I put 30 points into Everlasting Enchantments, 20 points into Earthen Enhancements, 20 points into Bolstered Breastplates. Then to finish out the rest of the concentration spec, I put 30 points into Supplementary Shattering, 30 points into Immaculate Ingenuity, and 30 points into Resourceful Residue. If you haven't reached 1,000 Artisan's Acuity yet, or if you need more knowledge points, just keep disenchanting Pioneer's Cloth Cuffs until you do. For profession gear, aim for rank 5 across the board: the Enchanter's Crystal, Artisan's Enchanter's Hat, and the Runed Nullstone Rod. The rod will usually be the most expensive to craft. The Magically Infinite Messenger Bag is cheaper since it doesn't have any ranks associated with it. Finally, don't forget to add the rank 3 Ingenuity enchant to your Runed Nullstone Rod. That extra stat really helps push up your proc chance. Now that your setup is complete, this final step is what you'll be doing every 3 to 4 days. Once you get into the routine, it'll only take a few minutes each time. When it's time to craft enchants, make sure you pick up a rank 3 Phial of Ingenuity and either a rank 2 or rank 3 Forged Frameworks to boost your chance of Ingenuity procs. I've been running with rank 2 frameworks and they work just fine. For materials, I personally source them through my tailoring and enchanting main since that's my most profitable, though it does take some extra crafting and disenchanting to get there. If you don't have that set up, just buy the mats off the auction house. The key is to use the lowest rank mats you can while still crafting a rank 3 enchant with a concentration cost at 200 or less. That way you can get 5 guaranteed crafts per concentration cycle and hopefully more procs. Always double check prices first to make sure it is profitable. Once you've crafted your enchants, list them on the auction house or send them to your bank tune to handle sales. And that's it. Your Enchanting Concentration Alt is ready to start making gold for you. If you found this guide helpful, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or stop by my live stream right here on YouTube or on Twitch. I stream Monday through Thursday, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Central Time as part of my 10 million gold challenge before midnight launches next year. Stop by and hang out live. Until next time.